What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. We've got a couple of tidbits in the news that we're talking about today. A couple big pieces that I want to talk about. First off, we're talking about Paulo Dybala, his contract situation. What's going on with that? Why are we still being delayed? What's going on with that? And then also a new name. New name, you're familiar with this name, but a new big name could be potentially on the horizon for Juventus. Who are they looking at? Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it is Saturday, September 4th, 2021. And what do we have here? We have your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all things that you care about that we can talk about going on as we slog through what is the international break. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of it. I, for the most part, tend to like it, but I understand your feelings on it. You want to get back to Juventus. Anyway, before we do anything, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button as well, and also hit that bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos, so that way you get all the freshest news while it's still hot and ready. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into the very first news topic of the day, what we're talking about, and that's going to be our boy Paulo Dybala. And so they're saying there's still no Dybala talks have taken place, even after the Mercato is closed. They're saying that this was Tuno Sports saying there's still no date set for a meeting with Dybala's agent. The club is offering less than what Paratici was offering a few months ago. Now, the only way that I can really take this, and sorry, it just took me a second to really gather my thoughts and my opinions. I make a lot of jokes saying that, it's the meeting to the meeting before we have another meeting, and then a meeting, and then we have another meeting. They have another meeting, and the meeting schedule that meeting to have another meeting, and then you get a meeting to schedule that meeting for another meeting. I say that a lot, but I'm not really enjoying, or not, I won't say enjoying, because it's part of the process, but like something is unnerving me a little bit about the situation when it comes to the contract for Dybala getting done. Why is it taking so long? How much of this is on Juventus and how much of it on Paulo Dybala and his entourage? The reason I wonder is, especially with that latest bit of news saying that it's less than what Paratici was offering a few months ago. So you're telling me now they flipped it a little bit. So when Paratici was there and they had Allegri and all that, when Allegri came in, you originally the words were Dybala's coming in. Dybala's going to be the guy under Allegri. I keep saying Paratici. Under Allegri, he is the guy. He is the future for the club. It's what we're playing in. He's going to be the cornerstone you're really building upon. And now it seems to be a little bit up in the air. It seems to be a little bit, maybe what we're doing here is we're going to offer you a little bit less. So I want to know what the numbers were that Paratici was offering, because it appears, at least the rumors are, the numbers that Juventus is offering right now. The latest I heard were 8 million euros a season plus 2 million in bonuses, getting it to 10 million. And what Dybala really wants is 10 million plus like 2 million in bonuses as well. We'll see what happens there. But what I will say is this is a little bit unnerving, because especially you just sent away and sold one of your top strikers in the club to Manchester United. And then now you have Dybala. Dybala, for all intents and purposes, is your top striker, is your top guy that we have right now. I guess Chiesa was the second leading scorer last year. Dybala was injured. We'll see what happens there. Chiesa definitely, obviously I give Chiesa tons of praise and definitely think he's going to be a solid option. He's a winger though. But overall, what I'm wondering, though, is what does this mean for Paulo Dybala's future? What is going on here behind the scenes? Is there something we need to worry about more when it comes to Dybala and his future at Juventus? Also, it's not a good look when you're potentially good with letting go on a free a 40 to 60 million euro valued player for Juventus. That doesn't make sense. It looks like bad decisions from the management. I guess I can kind of get into this. I didn't want to go straight from being praising and all that with the deal that Locatelli did to already back to quote unquote crushing the management. But what is going on here? What are we doing when it comes to the Dybala situation? Why hasn't that been sorted out? Why hasn't that been done? If you lose Dybala on a free, that would be a massive blunder. Back to blundering, and all that when it comes to the management. I have a feeling that they know what they're doing, that they're going to get it done right, but it just seems like, what is going on? Why does this continue to drag out at this point? There's no need for this. Just figure out your situation. It's just another bad look, especially after, and this bad look is not on the management. The situation of the outgoing player going to Manchester United and all that went along with that happened because of him choosing to leave 5 days before the season. Problem is, though, you also should have been prepared at that time. Looking at you, Nedved, say Mr. 100%, and all the other options that are going there. You should have been prepared to make a move for somebody else besides just Moise Kean. If Dybala goes as well at the end of this year, that leaves a giant gap, and you got to go get somebody. You have to. I'm almost going to put it on the table and just say you have to go get a Haaland, the Vlahovic, whatever have you. You've got to go get one of those guys, because that would be such a big deal and such a big problem for the club going forward. Those are just my kind of thoughts on the situation. Let me know, are you worried about the Dybala situation, the way it's playing out? Do you have confidence in the club and the Arriva Bene, Cherubini, Nedved, all that they're going to figure this out, extend Dybala and work on him going forward? I know there's some people out there that are not super high on Dybala himself. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation and the I guess I could say it mess, but I don't want to really call it. That seems a little bit harsh overall. It's frustrating if you're a fan that it's not done yet, especially when you already have another player gone and you have those wages should be taken care of. Anyway, let's move on to the other topic that we have of the day, and that's more of the what I'd say is the more exciting, uplifting, potentially interesting topic of the day, and that is about Franck Kessie, who plays for AC Milan. Juventus are looking at free agents right now. Gazzetta dello Sport's reporting that Juventus are thinking about making a move for Franck Kessie. He's under contract until 2022 with Milan. Clubs like PSG, of course, PSG is going to be in there. You know that they're going to be in there. PSG and Tottenham are also interested in bringing him in. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I would absolutely love to see a player like Franck Kessie come to Juventus. You know the midfield's hurting, and then you see what he did. Heck, remember what he did to Juventus under Pirlo last year to finish the season. He was tearing up that midfield. He's fantastic. He's a great player. Has a big future wherever he's going to be. He's 24 years old. Let me actually grab into some of that real quick. He is a 24-year-old. I believe he's from the Ivory Coast. Does that sound right? Yeah. 24-year-old central midfielder from the Ivory Coast. So he's young enough. He's a younger player. What we're looking at like the options that we really had with Juventus. I think where they signed every player was under 25 years old. So it really was a rejuvenation of the squad compared to what we've had in the past. 24 years old. He's a central midfielder. He's right-footed. Just some little not nitpicks, but little bits and pieces there. But also, like, the biggest thing is he scored 35 goals while playing in Serie A so far. He's a goal scorer for being in the central midfield. He's exciting. I guess as much as I can say about him, what I really want to get into is just in comparison to what Juventus has, this would be a major upgrade if you can get a player of his quality and his stature. The only issue, though, is you also have at this time, you have, like I said, PSG, Tottenham. I think also when I did another couple searches, other names floated out there were Chelsea. I think who else was there? It was Chelsea. Oh, and Liverpool were other destinations that were options, and obviously Tottenham. So we'll see what happens there going forward. That's the player to me that you got to look out for, and you got to be keeping high on your radar. If you could land a guy like him, you could set yourself up pretty well for the future for Juventus and actually help that really get some help to guys like Locatelli, wherever have you in the midfield. And definitely look better than what we've had the last couple of games anyway. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about the idea of Franck Kessie? Would you go after the player? Do you, for some reason, have any reservations about him at all? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, also one last little tidbit I want to throw out there. I was about to end it, but really the last bit of news that I have for you, and let me go ahead and remove this one so I can talk about it. It's not really new news, but it's just I think the latest rumor. I think Robbie Mancini, Bobby, was out here talking to some of the press and hinting that Locatelli very well could play against Switzerland tomorrow in the international match, World Cup qualifying, which is a big deal. Obviously, we want to see a little bit more of Locatelli and his performance, but the real reason it's a big deal is because if you remember what he did against Switzerland, not by himself, but what he did in the Euros, where he had a brace against them, scoring 2 beautiful balls. So I'd love to see him be able to pick up from that more of that performance and do a little bit more. Maybe get our boy Moise Kean in there and play as well. And then obviously we want to see Chiesa, but we also want Chiesa not to get injured as well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's all that I really have for you today. Like I said, we're slogging through this international break. We're trying to get through it. I know a lot of you guys are just ready to get back to Juventus. Hopefully Juventus will give us something worthy of wanting to get back to when we start back up here in a week or so. Anyway, appreciate you guys checking in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos that we have here. Make sure you also follow Bianconerizone at Bianconerizone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sovro on Twitter, and follow Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.